What is going on, Ben Nation? Guys, I have an update for you. And look, there's been a lot of people in the last couple of days. I want to explain to you a little bit about what happened. I'm going to do this very quickly. I don't want to take much of your time. This is your Saturday. Go do your thing. By the way, Ben is getting a nice little pump on right now, up about 20% from 2 days ago. So a nice little sustained move. Now, the reason for that, I think, and I'm not sure because there's really no big move that the team has made or anything like that. But let's start with this. A couple days ago, there was a glitch in L Bank, which caused the Ben V1 to look like it had gone up 30,000%. It was sitting at a $1.7 billion market cap. Well, everybody who had $5 or $10 worth of Ben tokens, by the way, that does not belie that they may have spent a little bit of money on them. They just didn't have any value at that time. But the point is, that value suddenly spiked to an exponential sort of level. So then everybody who saw their old V1, which by the way was airdropped in many instances from Ben.eth or from I think maybe Crypto Wolfie or somebody else who was doing some kind of airdrops and stuff like that, or you just bought a little bit just to see what would happen, but it wasn't worth migrating. They ignored the migration, said, oh well. Well, that oh well turned into, hey, this is suddenly three or four or $5,000 in my wallet. Now, if you're one of those people, there's not three or four or $5,000 in your wallet. Ben V1 is a dead stick. Now, it's a renounced contract, so you can trade it all you want, but it doesn't have the value that you think it does because the liquidity pool for Ben V1 is somewhere in the neighborhood of $2,000 or $3,000 total, and that's going to be split up amongst everybody. There is absolutely no money in that chain, no longer. It's in V2. Now, if you want to migrate to V2, there was an opportunity to migrate to V2. It was announced by Ben Armstrong. It was announced by Join Bencoin, and not just announced, but announced repeatedly. And it was announced in the Telegram. And look, everybody who's saying, well, I haven't checked, I had COVID for 9 months or 12 months, whatever period of time, look, there's no more path. I'm going to show you the information right now, and you can make what you will of it for this moment. So, this was released by Cassie just a little while ago. Application submissions for manual migration V2 are officially closed. If you purchased V1 after the V2 launch date, your application will be denied. If the value of your tokens after conversion is less than what it's going to cost us to send them to you, you will not be migrated. Buying V1 now so you can migrate to V2 for the value upside is a waste of your money and our time. And to everyone in the community who criticized us for having a migration cutoff date, this is exactly why all team decisions are made for a good reason. From this point forward, there will be no exceptions. So there you have it. We are done with the migration. Most of these people, and by the way, there are some instances in which people just don't pay attention to something. And look, moving from a V1 to a V2 is a complicated process, but we've been very specific that this is something that you need to pay attention to. And if you didn't, then I don't know what to tell you. Buy Ben V2 and hold on to it. And that's the best that I can give you for now. So if you've done it and you've done the right things and you've followed along, there's about 7,000 holders right now. We all got it. We figured it out. We were able to accomplish what was asked when it was asked. So we would expect the same from you. And I know you have your reasons. I know you have your excuses. And I don't know what to tell you other than buy some Ben V2. That's the best thing that I can say. And in many of these cases, I've had people send me these. One of them sent me one for $19. I've had one send me where they bought $5 worth of Ben. I had one send me one where they bought $13 worth of Ben, and not current value. I mean, that was what they paid when they got it. So these very small amounts, because that V1 started to rip and created this fictitious, now worth thousands of dollars scenario. That's where we are. So look, do what you got to do. But from this point forward, V1 to V2 is closed. Now, Ben did make a mention that maybe they would do something in the future, but that future is not today. As of right now, this is officially closed, and no new requests are going to be taken. So this is not financial advice. My name is Blaze. I'm always right. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate each and every one of you, and we'll talk to you again very, very soon. Have a good weekend.